I'm just going to kind of quickly go through the slides to show you what you need to do this week. So this week, the portion of your project is all about ecosystem roles. So what do the organisms in my ecosystem, like how do they contribute? What's their role? What do they do? The first slide has some new terms for you. The second slide gives you a little bit of information. Third slide here, on the third slide, you're going to watch the video. And this is actually the same video from our Ed Puzzle. So hopefully at this point, you've understood the video. And then you'll answer the questions right in the project slide here. Same here. On the next one, you have some questions about fish. So these are just looking at fish, the different types of consumers in their environment. You can use Google to help you out with this part, but this is another part where you will put some answers. Now, if you notice, I'm going to go back a little bit. If you look at the upper right corner of the slideshow, and you can see, like, okay, this one is just information. Next page, information. Okay, third page, it says assignment, so that's how you know that you're going to be writing something on this slide. Same on the next slide here. It says assignment at the upper right corner, so you know you're going to put something in here. As you go through, look for that corner. That'll help you notice, okay, I do need to put some work on this slide. I think a few people might have been confused with some of the slides, but if you notice those corners, that'll help you know what slides you need to be writing stuff on. But here we're going to look at insects, reptiles, birds, mammals, and then you have one of those little short quizzes. You click the link, do the Google quiz, and then put a screenshot of your score. And make sure you put that screenshot because there's points for that. And then just keep going. This corner in the upper right corner says project. So now you know, okay, I'm going to be going outside to do this week's portion of the project. All of these links are informative links to help you identify things. And then this page, the ecological roles in your ecosystem, this tells you what you're going to be doing. You're basically going to go outside in your ecosystem that you have picked and look for living things. I'm going to scroll through here. There should be some decomposers. Those are usually things like mushrooms or things like, if you know that there's like dead plants and things like that out there, you would see decomposers around it. Every time you see a decomposer, add it here on this slide, a photo of it. So information on the first page with some photos, and then more photos on the next page. Then you have producers. Producers, those are going to be like your plants, basically. There's areas to describe them and put photos of them. Then you have primary consumers. So these are things that would be eating the plants. Describe them, put photos of them. Then you have secondary consumers. These would be things that eat the things that eat the plants. I know that sounds silly, but so an example would be like, I don't know, squirrels eat nuts, but they also eat bugs. So a squirrel would be a secondary consumer because they eat the bugs and the bugs eat the plants. The video from today's assignment tells you all of this information, so that's why I'm kind of going quick. Then you have your top predators. These are the top of the food chain. These are this is like if you saw like a fox or a dog or something in your yard, that's what would go here. And that's the last slide for this week. And you'll notice in the instructions, one of the things that I put was, oh man, there's a lot of pictures and descriptions that I'm going to be putting, like producers, or let me go down to decomposers. This will be the tough one. You might get lucky and see some mushrooms growing in the dirt. So you would put that here. For the sections like that where it's difficult to actually see, like, oh man, I found like maybe one mushroom if I'm lucky. How the heck am I going to find 6 of them? For this portion, if you want to use a Google search and put images from Google for this portion, I'm completely fine with that. You would still need to describe them, describe what they would be doing in your ecosystem. Now the rest of these, like producers, you're going to see lots of plants and everything, but by the time you've put like 3 or 4, if you're like, I've got them all, again, you can make your final few Google searches. Only do that for the final few. Get as many as you can that are actually in your ecosystem, because I want to see those first, but I understand that it might be difficult to see 5 or 6 things that are different. So for the final few, you're allowed to do a Google search. Just somewhere in your description, note that you found these from a Google search when you do that. Same with the animals, same with the predators.